Hey y'all, been a while. Hope to get maybe 2 or 3 videos done today if I can. I don't know if I say that every time I do a video and then I never get a chance to do another one. This thing's catawampus. So today's video, the first one, hopefully I'll get 2 more done today if I get a chance. Is the continual problem or the continual videos of negligent discharges, accidental discharges from the SIG P320. Now the one I have here in my hand, this fire control unit was retired to me when I retired from law enforcement, so this is the original. As you see, it's the original P320 grip module. This one is the one that I'm using now, and I'm still in law enforcement, and I'm using this one now. And the reason why I'm using this one now is because this one is the California compliant or M18 model, meaning it has a thumb safety. And I'll get to that in a minute as to why. So first, let's address the issue of the 320. Is it a dangerous pistol? Is Sig Sauer I'm assuming a multi-million-dollar, I didn't even look into it, but a multi-million-dollar company that stupid to make a weapon that is inherently dangerous to the user and cost them millions of dollars in legal fees and having to pay out people that have been injured? And the answer to that for me is I don't think so. Is there a problem with this weapon? I don't know. This one right here, this module and that slide has been mated together, meaning, that's what I carried. It's been in the rain, it's been in the cold, it's been in the heat, it's been in a holster, it's been jostled around walking, it's been jostled around jogging, it's been jostled around running, it's been jostled around in a car. I have bumped up against walls, bumped up against doors, and I never had any problem with this fire control unit. Now this one, why? If this one's okay, why would I go to this one? Okay, real simple. Little fingers. I am in my job now. I'm a school resource officer, and there's been reports of people, adults and children, putting fingers into holsters, and when you have a light, it kind of opens up a large cavity where fingers can get in there and get to the trigger. So I went and purchased the M18 fire control unit, or California compliant fire control unit, and this is what I use. And the reason why is because it's one more step, because children become fascinated by guns, and the reason why they become fascinated by guns is because they don't know what guns are. They're not taught what guns are by their parents, which is a sad thing. So are these weapons inherently flawed? Is there some kind of flaw design? I don't know. Do I trust the SIG P320? I trust the SIG P320 like I trust any other gun. Okay? It's a machine and it's man-made, and things go wrong. GBRS just made a video, showed a gentleman who was an officer, police officer, a member of a SWAT team. His weapon was being holstered. His finger was here, drove down to the trigger, and he pressed He pulled the trigger to the rear. Of course, the gun went off. Thank God no one was hurt. Well, just as the fate allows, it's the right time. They got the right equipment, and they're able to see actually what was going on. There are other videos of these guns going off in the holster, but the videos are not clear. The videos, the clarity, and the videos are not clear about what you see. That's my opinion. There's one of a gun going off at a class, but you don't see anything. You just see the instructor turn around and say, "Is that a 320?" And he unloads the weapon, says, "Get off my range, don't bring it back." There's another video of a man that appears to be arrested. There's several officers around him. The officer bends down for some reason, and the gun is in the holster, and the gun goes off. Don't know. I would like to say, though, if we look at things on a percentage scale, as many of these weapons that are out here, these P320s, and these M17s and the M18s that are out there, the percentage of these weapons is very few as for on a negligent discharge or accidental discharge. I know GBRS right now, they're getting caught out as shields because they're saying the 320, Mr. Shipley says until he sees one goes off in the holster with the person's arms crossed, he won't believe it. Okay? Well, he says that he wants the best, and he says that's the best. That's the best to him, and yet he's attacked. Another thing too is these companies, they don't want people like Shipley. They don't. They really don't want people like Shipley and these other groups out there on their shield payroll. They really don't. They'll give them guns. They'll give them guns for testing and all kinds of stuff, but they don't want their name attached to them. And the reason why is because there's a pendulum that swings back. Okay, so here's Shipley and other people like him that are doing training classes. They're training hundreds of people, thousands of people, all different backgrounds, civilian, military, law enforcement, blah, blah, blah. Okay? And they don't want their name attached to these classes because if something goes wrong on the class end that has nothing to do with their product, they could be looking at backlash on it. Okay? I don't know. Do I still carry a SIG P320 on or off duty? Both, yes. I still carry. I have not had any problems whatsoever out of mine. And I damn sure ain't shilling for nobody. Nobody watches my videos, in my opinion. I really don't think a lot of people do. But the last part of it is, there's a couple other parts. Inferior parts being put into the fire control unit. Is that possible? Yes. You're looking to cut corners. You're looking to save a few extra bucks, maximize your money on the product that you're selling. So you cut corners. Yes. Will that get learned? Meaning, will that be discovered? Will those things? If you do stupid things, it will be discovered. It will be found out. And I hope that SIG's got enough brain cells, and you would think they would, because they've got military contracts, police contracts, that they would not do that. So we'll see. I have heard some wise tales about these parts being made in India, and they're shipped out, and when the guns break, they send the guns back, and they're putting American parts in there. I have a hard time believing that they got bins of American parts that says American and bins of Indian parts that says Indian. I don't believe that. I think the answer for SIG is not to make stupid comments like they have been making. That's on them. But they need to take the 320 and break it down, every bit of it, and see what's going on. Like, I don't have any reports. I won't receive reports of if these guns are going off in holsters. what majority of holster setting is the gun going off in? Is it a Safariland? What's the number on that holster? Is it an aftermarket holster? Is it a leather holster? What is the majority of the reported incidences that these P320s are going off inside holster? And get that holster and try to replicate it. If you can replicate it every time, then you know you got something wrong with the holster. If you take the gun out of the holster and you can't replicate it every time, then that to me tells me, okay, it's a holster issue, it's not a gun issue. So I mean, there's a lot of things that SIG needs to do, they won't do, and I don't understand why. The end of the end of this little thing is, because it's 10 minutes long, is if you don't feel safe carrying a 320, you don't feel safe buying a 320, don't. You know, if you say it's Glock, jump on the Glock bandwagon. For me right now, I'm still sticking with this. I'm even hoping to find an M17 model, because I really want one to go with my M18. As far as SIG goes, or weapons like SIG, I guess I'm a SIG fanboy. Like, I only have one pistol that isn't SIG, and that's a Ed Brown. I don't particularly like striker fire handguns. I really like double action, single action pistols. I like the fact that this striker does have a safety. That's one of the things I didn't like about Glock. And speaking of Glock, and it's not to the Glock fanboys, and I'm not saying anything negative about Glock. It's just a machine. I have seen when the Glock 21 was out, so this is a while back, an agency that's next to me, the officer on duty, he had to have his weapon safely secured because they couldn't eject the round out of the gun, a live round out of the gun. They could not get it to eject. They couldn't pull the trigger. They couldn't get the weapon to do anything. They had to send it back to Glock, a live round, in a seized Glock 21. I've seen ARs blow up. I've seen AKs blow up. I've seen Glocks blow up. I've seen SIGs blow up. Okay, it's a machine, no more, no less. And if you don't do your diligence on maintenance, okay, for example, I'm a 1911 fanboy over anything else. The worst gun that you could get today, never would tell anybody today to own a 1911. That's the worst gun anybody could buy, because it requires a lot of maintenance. It requires more time and detail and diligence on your part. And so like every 5-6 years on a 1911, you need to send it off to a armor, such as if it was an Ed Brown, I would send it back to Ed Brown or Colt or whatever, and I would have all brand new springs put in it. Okay, it's a 100+ year old design. It's going to have to take a lot more. With striker fire, it's lower cost. It's a simpler design, and due to the fact it's not double action, single action, you don't have that long pull. It's a consistent pull. Okay, it's a consistent pull to the rear. I prefer long action, single action, decocker. I just prefer the older design. Well, I guess you call it older design, but that's what I prefer, because I don't trust handguns enough to carry one without a external safety. You know. So anyways, I'm 14 minutes long, and I don't like long videos because y'all got a life, and I do too. P320, is it safe? Your decision is your final decision on that. As for me, I still carry them. I don't have any problem with carrying them. I don't have any qualms about loading around and carrying it. If the gun goes off in 5 minutes and shoots me in the foot, I'll let you know. But so far, After a decade of this weapon right here, this fire control unit, after a decade of its use, haven't had any problems with it. So, be back directly, y'all.